Right, welcome guys. Fourth time lucky. I'm having one of those days where my mouth isn't connected to my brain. I think I've got dementia or something. So just bear with me. This could be a awkward video. Right, the original plan for this was we had the lighting and the electronics and the brushless motor. Well, that's not happening the way I planned because, well, like when any long-term plan starts to take shape, problems pop up. So you have to sort of go with the flow, I've learned. So I'm not going to lose any night's sleep over this. Just go with what I can. The brushless motor that was destined for this is currently in that. I haven't done anything on that because I'm waiting for the parts to come. The front suspension is crap, so yeah. So nothing to do on that one. So I'll start on this one. I had a plan for the lighting. These were to replace the original light buckets, and I was going to put DRLs in. I still haven't found the bloody fibre optic to make the DRLs work. So right now, I had a lighting kit in this out of an old Thunder Tiger, which when it was on the Thunder Tiger it didn't do this, but when it was set up to this car, I had working hazard lights. Now I still haven't been able to repair the wiring on that because I'm not an electrical guy, so I'm going to go with the GT Power 12 set that I have, and it won't have hazards anymore. I'm sad, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. So what is the long-term plan for this? Little stuff. I'm going to redo these graphics. I like them very much, but I was never really happy with how it turned out. So that's an HPI sticker from the HPI 90 that used to come with the Savage. So I'm going to take that off very carefully. This is all just vinyl, so I can redo that. I'm going to make see-through grills in there for a little bit of realism. I've got the filler cap for that, so when I take that out, that'll look a bit more realistic. It's all little touches, it's all little stuff. Now, to me, that's where the eye rests when you're looking at builds like this. It's the little stuff that you don't notice straight away. Just scale stuff right now. So I've got me Dumbo 6-channel remote out, and I'm going to start to wire everything into that. Now, I was going, like I said, with the brushless setup in this, but using it in that one, it dawned on me it's not got slow enough modulation. It's not a crawler setup, although the ESC does come with a program card, so I may fiddle with that at a later date. But for now, and I'll tell you why I'm not putting it in this, it is not going in here, for two reasons. One, I don't want to trash this if it goes like a bat out of hell. Secondly, the transmission is not up to brushless power. I've seen so many other people make them go brushless and then have to repair the hell out of them. So I bought that off a friend, and it came with, it was originally Maverick Scout. Now the axles are still on that. It's all the extended aftermarket stuff, but the ESC is in here, as you can see, it's Maverick on it. And I was going to fit the motor into this truck because it's always better to have a motor and ESC that actually matched and rated for each other. Excuse me, but as you can see, the wires are very, very short, which means I would have had to have mounted the ESC right at the back, and it just doesn't fit there. This is the only place it will fit. This is as large as the one it will take, which is the other reason why I didn't fit the brushless system, because the ESC for that is huge and just wouldn't fit in there. So just for ease of use, I'm leaving it where they put it when Double E made it. So right, them wires are routed. I just need to check, because not always do they get the red and the black wires the right way around on these things. So just to make sure I get the wires the right way around, that's all done. I was going to use this to waterproof the receiver, but it just does not fit in here. It's half the size again of this, and this is barely, there's only about 5mm between it and the underside of the seat, so I'm not cutting any interior out. It doesn't fit here, it doesn't fit there. The only place it can fit is there, and by the time I made an elaborate mounting bracket for it, it's just no. So how am I going to waterproof my ESC? I may go old school and go with a balloon, a water balloon, and just hope it's good enough with a cable tie. Now, another reason why I decided not to go brushless was this. I don't know if the phone will pick this up, but if you watch... Oh, yeah, it picks it up. Right. The drivetrain on this is woefully cheap and nasty. They did pretty good with all the plastics. All the plastics are fairly flexible where they need to be, rigid where they need to be. And that is just crap. That's where they saved the money right there. And they spent it all on the body. I appreciate that because most people who buy a crawler spend the next 6 months upgrading it all anyway. So I paid £180 for a really decent body. Now, the aftermarket bodies for S610s are not far off that price anyway. So, yeah, good. Right, so where are we at? Yeah, I'm going to leave the motor as it is, connected to a genuine crawler ESC that is now got my 2-speed back. So I reckon that'll be good enough. Wheels and tyres, I do plan on, I've got some 2.2s that might try and fit into these tyres to give the proper ratio for the tyres. I reckon scale wise 2.2 is where these size tyres should be. The only problem is you buy a 2.2 bead and you get monster truck size tyres, so you have to go 1.9s and stretch them. So we'll see how that works out. That's a monumentally hard job. I may abandon that and keep these. So alright, just bear with me a minute because I have some news. As you can see, the rally car is dirty. Now, I would say that was good news. I've had it out, but it was crap. Not 100% sure why. It's so dirty because I hit a puddle. It was on gravel. I thought, yeah, cool. It doesn't want to go. Now, in running through my mind in the problems, I don't actually remember binding the receiver to the remote. So maybe that's a problem. So I'll either bind it or rebind it and see if that solves the problem. That's the first part. Secondly, I think that the linear motor is actually goosed. I think it's gone. It's done. It's had its time. As you can see, we've had we've there's a video. I've just got to edit it. But these tyres are shite. What brand are they? The Geratrax tyres. They're not called Geratrax now, they've changed the name, but I thought they were good. They're very soft, but they just did not hook up on gravel at all. It would not go in a straight line. The HPI SF10 steering servo is not up to the job. It wouldn't hold a straight line, so it might just be an amalgamation of cheap and nasty parts that are cheap and nasty new parts and old parts that pass the prime. But whether I can make it look any good with the editing, I don't know. But it drifted nice in places. I mean, to me that sounds like it should grip, but on loose wet gravel. No, and it was a BMX track, and I went over. I don't know what the thing is. It's like, it's not a tabletop. It's like a dip in the middle. And in the dip, there's a big bloody puddle, and I'm like, it's not technically waterproof, so I didn't want to take it through any water. Yeah, that went well. So I'm going to take this outside, strip it down to bare bones, clean it, put it all back together, and then it's going to go on the shelf. It's going to sit forever until somebody buys it, I think. Because I think I would need a lot of money to get this running. It's going to need all new electronics and tyres, and I just don't know if I can be bothered with it, to be honest. I spent a lot of time on it, and looks good. Classic case of all mouth and no trousers. It can walk the walk, it can talk the talk, but it can't walk the walk, I'm afraid. And not only that, but since I braced up the front, it shoved the wheel out of alignment. So, yeah, do you want to look inside? Let's have a look inside. The battery was dripping wet. I'll try not to get the batteries wet if I can help it. That's it, all the water splashed inside. Because it didn't want to go in a straight line, it veered off from where I thought I was And where I actually was in a... I'm going to get the hose pipe out and give it a swill down in a minute. Yeah, as you can see, this is manky. Oh, I hate it when they get like this. I really do hate it when they get like that. Yes, I think this motor has had it. Now, it went faster in reverse than it did in forward. Now, I don't know if that's the receiver, because like I say, when thinking back, I don't actually remember specifically binding this brand new receiver to the remote, because it were working. I think I just assumed I'd done it, but I don't think I did, so maybe that was a problem. So take it apart, give it a clean, take the thing out and go through the bind process and see if that actually solves the jittering and the like I said, if you went in reverse, it went at roughly half the speed again as it did in forward. Have had this before, but I can't remember how I sorted it out, so yeah. Right then, so that's where we're at for now. So there is a running video. Like I say, there's about 11 minutes of video and only about 4 or 5 minutes of it that's any good. My good lady wife did the best, but between the dog tugging at her and the car being crap, there's not a lot of good stuff to work with. So, and my editing skills are poor also, so we'll see. Right, anyway, so there you go, peeps. Thanks for watching, and running video soon.